Welcome back, Money Hunters. Police Garlight in today's episode. We're revealing the 4 most valuable coins that collectors are paying huge prices for right now. These coins may look ordinary, but in rare condition, they can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Stay locked in, because one of these hidden treasures could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar at this very moment. Let's uncover the value and turn knowledge into real cash potential. Moneybag Fire. The 1979 Canadian 5-cent coin, commonly known as a nickel, occupies a fascinating place in modern North American numismatics. While millions of these coins are produced by a small number of exceptional high-grade examples, rare die varieties, and striking errors have become highly desirable among collectors. Unlike many older silver coins that derive value primarily from precious metal content, the 1979 5-cent piece earns its reputation through condition rarity, sharp strike quality, and collector demand within the Canadian decimal coin series. Advanced numismatists often seek pristine examples certified in mint state grades, where tiny differences in luster and surface preservation can dramatically influence market prices. As interest in Canadian coinage continues to grow internationally, the 1979 nickel has emerged as an underrated but increasingly respected collectible. The historical context surrounding the 1979 Canadian 5-cent coin reflects an important era in Canada's monetary development. By the late 1970s, Canada had already transitioned away from silver circulation coinage, and the 5-cent denomination had become firmly associated with nickel alloy production and modern machine-struck minting technology. Produced at the Ottawa facilities, the coin was issued during the reign of and formed part of Canada's long-running decimal currency system introduced in the 19th century. Although the coin was not technically a bicentennial issue, collectors sometimes associate late 1970s Canadian coinage with a heightened patriotic and commemorative spirit that followed numerous centennial celebrations during the previous decade. The coin circulated widely across Canada during a period of economic change marked by inflation, industrial expansion, and modernization of the country's banking and minting infrastructure. One of the most recognizable features of the 1979 Canadian 5-cent coin is its iconic reverse design featuring the beaver, one of Canada's most enduring national symbols. Created by artists, the reverse portrays a detailed beaver resting on a rock with stylized water lines beneath it. The image captures Canada's wildlife heritage and pays tribute to the fur trade era that played a central role in the nation's early economic development. The obverse displays a youthful portrait designed by Arnold McGinn, surrounded by the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II Digi Regina. The coin measures approximately 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 4.54 grams, composed primarily of pure nickel during this era. Its brilliant metallic appearance and strong relief details make fully struck uncirculated examples especially attractive to collectors. Although the overall mintage of the 1979 Canadian nickel was substantial, truly flawless examples are surprisingly difficult to locate. Most coins enter heavy circulation immediately after release, resulting in contact marks, worn details, and dulled surfaces. Coins graded mint state 65 or higher by leading grading services, such as, and are far scarcer than raw mintage figures suggest. Collectors particularly value coins with strong luster, minimal abrasions, and sharply defined beaver fur details. In some cases, proof-like specimens produced for collector sets exhibit mirror-like surfaces and frosted devices that greatly enhance visual appeal. Because Canadian nickels are prone to bag marks due to the hardness of nickel metal, pristine examples often command premiums far above face value. Error varieties add another layer of excitement to the 1979 5-cent series. Numismatists have identified examples with off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planchets, and double die characteristics. While most errors are relatively minor, dramatic minting mistakes can bring substantial premiums at auction. Some collectors specifically pursue proof-like varieties from official mint sets, where cameo contrast and immaculate preservation increase desirability. Occasionally, coins with unusual toning patterns or exceptional strike quality emerge from old collections and attract significant competitive bidding. Because error coins are unique or exist in extremely limited quantities, their values can vary widely depending on visibility, rarity, and certification authenticity. Market values for the 1979 Canadian 5-cent coin vary greatly according to condition and rarity. Circulated examples generally trade close to face value or slightly above it in bulk coin lots. However, uncirculated specimens in certified mint state grades often sell between $10 and $75 depending on eye appeal and grade level. Premium examples graded MS-66 or MS-67 may realize several $100s, especially if they display exceptional strike sharpness and original mint brilliance. Rare error coins have achieved even stronger results, with major striking anomalies occasionally bringing prices between $500 and $2,000 in specialized auctions. Proof-like examples from collector sets also enjoy steady demand, particularly when certified in ultra-high grades with cameo surfaces. The growing popularity of Canadian numismatics has strengthened demand for coins like the 1979 nickel among both domestic and international collectors. Canadian coinage has long been admired for its artistic quality, advanced minting standards, and historical symbolism. Collectors assembling date-engraved registry sets often compete intensely for top population examples, creating substantial upward pressure on prices for elite certified coins. In recent years, online auction platforms and digital marketplaces have expanded access to Canadian numismatic material, allowing collectors worldwide to pursue scarce varieties. The Canadian 5-cent coin dated 1980 holds a fascinating place in modern North American numismatics, even though it is often overshadowed by older silver issues and famous error coins. Collectors today increasingly recognize that high-grade examples of the 1980 Canadian nickel can command impressive premiums, especially when found in exceptional mint condition or with notable striking anomalies. While the coin was not produced as a commemorative bicentennial issue in the strict historical sense, it remains part of a significant transitional era in Canadian coinage when production quality, metal composition, and collector interest were evolving rapidly. For enthusiasts of modern Canadian coins, the 1985-cent piece represents an affordable yet potentially valuable collectible that bridges circulation coinage with investment-grade numismatics. Its growing popularity stems from the scarcity of flawless surviving examples and the rise in demand for top-graded modern coins. The historical background of the 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin reflects an important chapter in the long-running nickel series of Canada. Produced by the coin continued the tradition established in the early 20th century when Canada transitioned from silver 5-cent pieces to larger nickel-based coins. By 1980, Canada had already gained a worldwide reputation for minting high-quality circulation coinage, and the 5-cent denomination remained an essential part of daily commerce. The coin was struck during the reign of whose portrait appeared on the obverse. During this era, Canada was experiencing economic modernization, inflation concerns, and increasing technological advances in minting techniques. The 1980 issue therefore reflects both the continuity of Canadian monetary heritage and the efficiency of modern industrial mint production. The obverse of the 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin, a celebrated British sculptor whose royal effigy appeared on numerous Commonwealth coins for decades. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and D.G. Regina, emphasizing the monarch's constitutional role. The reverse showcases the iconic beaver design created by G. Kruger Gray, one of the most recognizable images in Canadian coinage history. The beaver, perched on a rock surrounded by water, symbolizes Canada's natural heritage and the historical importance of the fur trade in shaping the nation's economy. The denomination 5 cents and the date 1980 are boldly displayed, creating a balanced and highly recognizable design. Collectors admire the coin for its clean artistic layout, sharp details, and enduring symbolism that connects modern Canada with its frontier past. From a technical perspective, the 1985-cent coin possesses several characteristics that make it appealing to numismatists. The coin was struck primarily in pure nickel, giving it a distinctive silver-gray appearance and magnetic properties. It measures approximately 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs around 4.54 grams, maintaining the traditional specifications of Canadian nickels from that era. Pure nickel coins are particularly interesting because they tend to show wear, scratches, and contact marks more visibly than later plated steel issues. As a result, finding examples with flawless surfaces and strong luster is considerably more difficult than many casual collectors realize. In high mint state grades, the coin can display brilliant cartwheel luster and razor-sharp detail in the beaver's fur and the queen's portrait, making top examples visually stunning despite their modest face value. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin is the role that condition rarity plays in determining value. Although millions were minted for circulation, most entered everyday commerce and accumulated heavy wear over time. Common circulated examples remain inexpensive, but coins graded MS-65, MS-66, or higher by professional grading services are much scarcer than the original mintage figures suggest. Modern collectors compete intensely for superb gem-quality examples because registry set collecting has become increasingly popular. Coins with exceptional strike quality, minimal abrasions, and vibrant original luster can command substantial premiums. Certain die varieties, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and double die errors have also attracted specialist interest, with rare minting anomalies often selling for significantly more than standard pieces. The market value of the 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin varies dramatically depending on condition and rarity. A heavily circulated example may only be worth face value, or slightly more, while attractive uncirculated coins can sell for several dollars. However, certified mint state specimens graded MS-66 or above can achieve much stronger prices, particularly when population reports indicate limited surviving examples in elite grades. Some near-perfect coins certified by respected grading companies have sold in auctions for hundreds of dollars, especially when eye appeal and strike quality are exceptional. Error varieties can push values even higher, with dramatic striking mistakes attracting specialized collectors willing to pay premium prices. The market for modern Canadian coins has strengthened steadily over recent years, fueled by increasing international interest and greater appreciation for condition rarity within the numismatic community. Collector demand for the 1980 Canadian nickel is also influenced by the broader popularity of Canadian coinage worldwide. Canada's coins are renowned for their artistic beauty, advanced minting standards, and innovative designs, which attract collectors from both the United States and Europe. Many enthusiasts enjoy assembling date-engraved sets of Canadian nickels, making the 1982 Canadian 5-cent coin, often referred to simply as the 1982 nickel, occupies an intriguing place in modern North American numismatics. Although it is not officially a bicentennial issue, collectors frequently group it with late 20th century commemorative era coins because of its growing popularity and the discovery of rare high-grade and error examples that command impressive premiums. Produced by the coin represents a transitional era in Canadian coinage when minting technology, die preparation, and collector interest in modern circulation coins were rapidly evolving. While millions were struck for commerce, only a tiny fraction survived today in pristine condition, making elite examples surprisingly valuable. The growing demand for certified high-grade Canadian nickels has elevated the 1982 5-cent piece from an ordinary circulation coin into a sought-after collectible admired by both casual hobbyists and advanced numismatists. The historical context surrounding the 1982 Canadian nickel adds significantly to its appeal. Canada in the early 1980s was navigating economic uncertainty marked by inflation, rising metal prices, and changes in industrial production. During this period, the 5-cent denomination remained an essential part of daily commerce, and the Royal Canadian Mint continued refining its striking methods to improve durability and efficiency. The 1982 issue followed a long tradition of Canadian 5-cent coins, featuring the iconic beaver reverse design introduced in 1937 by artists. By 1982, this design had become one of the most recognizable symbols in Canadian coinage history. Coins from this era were minted primarily in Ottawa, and although they circulated heavily, few were intentionally preserved in flawless condition because collectors at the time focused more heavily on silver coins and commemorative issues. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1982 5-cent coin is its classic and enduring design. The obverse features the elegant portrait designed by Arnold Mackin, showing the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Surrounding the portrait are inscriptions identifying her and the date of issue. The reverse showcases a famed Canadian beaver perched atop a rock, accompanied by the denomination and the word Canada. This imagery symbolizes industriousness, resilience, and the natural heritage of Canada. The coin was struck in pure nickel, giving it a bright silver-gray appearance and a distinctive magnetic quality. Measuring approximately 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing about 4.54 grams, the piece feels substantial despite its small size. In top mint state grades, the surfaces display strong luster, sharply defined beaver fur details, and clean reflective fields that dramatically increase collector desirability. Although the standard 1982 nickel had a large overall mintage, rarity emerges when examining condition scarcity and unusual varieties. Most surviving examples entered circulation immediately and accumulated scratches, dullness, and contact marks over decades of use. Coins certified in mint state 65 or higher are considerably more difficult to locate, while superb gem examples graded MS67 or above are exceptionally rare. Some collectors specifically seek full step or sharply struck examples where the fine details near the rock and lettering remain crisp. Error varieties also contribute to the coin's growing reputation. Off-center strikes, die clashes, double dies, clipped planchets, and rotated dies have all been reported on certain 1982 nickels, with dramatic errors attracting substantial premiums in specialized auctions. These unusual pieces transform an otherwise common coin into a major numismatic prize. The market value of the 1982 Canadian 5-cent coin varies enormously depending on condition and rarity. Circulated examples generally remain inexpensive, often valued at only a small premium above face value. However, uncirculated coins with strong luster and minimal imperfections can range from $10 to $50, particularly when professionally graded. Gem quality examples graded MS66 or higher frequently sell between $100 and $400, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. The rarer certified superb gems have achieved auction prices approaching or exceeding $1,000 when competition among collectors intensifies. Error coins are often even more valuable. Dramatic double dies or major striking errors may command hundreds or thousands of dollars if authenticated by respected grading services. Market demand for elite condition Canadian nickels has steadily increased as collectors recognize how difficult these coins are to locate in near-perfect preservation. Another important factor influencing the value of the 1982 nickel is the broader popularity of modern Canadian coin collecting. Over the past 2 decades, collectors have increasingly appreciated coins once dismissed as ordinary circulation issues. Registry set competition, where collectors compete for the highest graded examples, has significantly boosted prices for top condition coins. As more collectors seek complete date sets of Canadian nickels in certified mint state grades, demand for premium 1982 examples continues to grow. Coins displaying vibrant original luster, attractive toning, or unusually sharp strikes often achieve the highest prices. This trend mirrors developments seen in modern United States coinage, where condition rarity rather than low mintage drives value. Consequently, the 1982 Canadian 5-cent piece has become a compelling example of how even relatively modern coins can evolve into prized collectibles. The 1994 Canadian 5-cent coin, often simply called a nickel, remains one of the more fascinating modern issues in Canadian numismatics because of its combination of affordability in circulated grades and surprising value in elite mint state and error varieties. While it is not a bicentennial coin in the strict historical sense, collectors frequently associate modern Canadian 5-cent pieces with a broader legacy of commemorative and transitional coinage that has shaped North American numismatics. The 1994 issue has gained attention among collectors due to the growing popularity of high-grade modern coins, especially examples with exceptional luster, strong strikes, and rare minting anomalies. Today, the coin attracts interest not only from Canadian collectors, but also from enthusiasts in the United States who appreciate modern Commonwealth coinage and seek overlooked treasures with strong long-term appreciation potential. Its increasing recognition in auction markets has elevated the status of top-condition specimens far beyond their original face value. The historical context of the 1994 Canadian 5-cent coin reflects a period when the Royal Canadian Mint was refining modern minting technology while maintaining traditional national symbolism. The coin was produced at the renowned facility in Winnipeg, Manitoba, a mint respected worldwide for precision and innovation. During the early 1990s, Canada's circulating coinage was undergoing subtle technical improvements designed to increase durability and efficiency while preserving iconic designs familiar to the public. The 5-cent denomination itself has a rich history dating back to 1922, when it replaced a smaller silver 5-cent coin with a larger nickel composition piece. By 1994, the coin had become an everyday part of Canadian commerce. Yet collectors were beginning to pay closer attention to modern dates because pristine examples were surprisingly difficult to locate due to heavy circulation and reduced saving habits among the public. The obverse of the 1994 5-cent coin features the elegant portrait of design by Dora de Petterehunt, one of Canada's most respected portrait artists. The Queen's mature effigy is surrounded by the Latin inscription Elizabeth II Digi Regina, emphasizing Canada's constitutional monarchy and Commonwealth heritage. On the reverse appears the iconic beaver design created by G. Kruger Gray, one of the most enduring symbols in Canadian coinage history. The beaver, perched on a rock surrounded by water, represents industriousness and Canada's natural heritage. The coin is composed primarily of nickel, weighs approximately 4.6 grams, and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. In well-preserved mint-state condition, the coin displays brilliant metallic surfaces and sharp detailing in the beaver's fur, the waterlines, and the Queen's portrait, features that become especially important when determining premium collector value. What makes the 1994 issue particularly interesting is the existence of high-grade examples and notable era varieties that command significant premiums. Although millions of these coins were struck for circulation, relatively few survive in superb gem condition because most entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear. Coins graded MS-66 or higher by major grading services are far scarcer than raw mintage figures would suggest. Collectors also seek double die varieties, off-center strikes, die clashes, and rotated dies associated with the 1994 issue. Some examples exhibit unusually strong strikes and reflective surfaces approaching specimen quality, making them especially desirable among registry set competitors. Because modern coins were often overlooked by collectors at the time of release, finding untouched original rolls or pristine uncirculated examples today can be surprisingly difficult. Condition plays an enormous role in determining the value of the 1994 Canadian nickel. Circulated examples generally remain common and inexpensive, often worth only a small premium over face value. However, coins with full original luster, no contact marks, and sharp details can experience dramatic increases in value once professionally graded. An MS-65 example may sell for modest amounts, while MS-67 or finer pieces can command hundreds of dollars depending on eye appeal and certification. Error coins are especially attractive because they combine scarcity with visual uniqueness. A dramatic off-center strike or major double die can bring considerably more than a standard example. Collectors increasingly recognize that modern condition rarities are genuinely difficult to obtain, and this understanding has helped elevate prices for elite quality specimens in recent years. The market value of the 1994 5-cent coin varies significantly depending on grade, rarity, and variety. Ordinary circulated pieces are generally valued between a few cents and $1, but sharply struck uncirculated examples can sell for $10 to $50. Certified gem quality pieces graded MS-66 or above may bring $100 to $300 in competitive auctions, especially when population reports indicate limited availability. Exceptional registry quality examples have occasionally achieved even stronger prices due to intense competition among advanced collectors. Rare mint errors can command premiums ranging from several $100s to over $1,000, depending on severity and uniqueness of the error. These values reflect broader trends in modern numismatics, where collectors increasingly pursue condition rarity and unusual production anomalies rather than relying solely on low mintage figures. Another factor contributing to the coin's growing desirability is the 1995 Canadian 5-cent coin, often simply called the nickel, holds a fascinating place in modern North American numismatics. Although it is not officially a bicentennial issue, many collectors associate coins from the mid-1990s with an important transitional period in Canadian minting technology and circulation coinage. Produced by the prestigious The 1995 5-cent coin has gained increasing attention among collectors because of its unusual varieties, high-grade scarcity, and the emergence of valuable mint errors that have sold for impressive amounts in recent years. While millions were struck for circulation, truly exceptional examples in pristine condition remain surprisingly difficult to locate, especially those certified at the highest grading levels. This combination of accessibility and rarity gives the 1995 nickel a unique appeal to both beginner and advanced numismatists searching for affordable coins with strong long-term potential. The historical background of the 1995 Canadian 5-cent coin reflects a period of modernization within Canada's coinage system. By the mid-1990s, Canada had already moved away from the original silver and pure nickel compositions that once defined earlier 5-cent pieces. The 1995 issue was struck during a time when it was internationally recognized for innovative minting techniques, security advancements, and exceptional proof coin production. The coin was minted primarily at the Winnipeg facility, which had become one of the world's leading mints for circulation and commemorative coins. The obverse continued to feature the portrait designed by Dora de Petrie-Hunt, a design widely admired for its elegance and realism. The reverse retained the iconic beaver image created by G. E. Kruger, a symbol deeply connected to Canada's national identity, for trade history and natural heritage. This enduring design continuity strengthened collector interest in the series and helped preserve its cultural significance. Visually, the 1995 Canadian 5-cent coin is admired for its classic yet understated artistry. The obverse displays a mature portrait facing right, surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth II D.G. Regina. The reverse showcases a detailed beaver standing on a rock, accompanied by the denomination 5 cents in the year 1995. The coin was struck in nickel, giving it a bright silver-gray appearance and excellent durability in circulation. It measures approximately 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs around 4.6 grams. While these specifications may seem ordinary, collectors pay close attention to strike sharpness, luster quality, and surface preservation. High-grade specimens often display frosty mint brilliance with sharply defined fur details on the beaver and crisp lettering, features that dramatically increase collector demand and market value. One of the most important aspects contributing to the coin's desirability is the existence of scarce varieties and mint errors. While standard circulation pieces remain common, certain examples exhibit striking anomalies such as die cracks, double dies, rotated dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These errors transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Among the most valuable are strong double-die examples where lettering or date elements appear visibly duplicated under magnification. Some certified mint error pieces have commanded hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on severity and eye appeal. Additionally, coins preserved in near-perfect mint state grades, such as MS-66 or MS-67, are exceptionally difficult to locate because most examples entered heavy circulation shortly after release. This scarcity in elite condition creates a significant premium within the collector market. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the worth of a 1995 Canadian nickel. Circulated examples showing were generally modest in value, often worth only a small premium above face value. However, uncirculated coins with original mint luster and minimal contact marks become far more desirable. Coins professionally graded by services such as and often achieve substantially higher prices because certification guarantees authenticity and condition accuracy. In top grades, the difference of a single grading point can multiply the coin's value dramatically. For example, an MS-65 coin may sell for a modest amount, while an MS-67 example with exceptional strike quality and eye appeal can attract serious bidding competition from registry set collectors attempting to assemble the finest known sets. The market value of the 1995 Canadian 5-cent coin varies greatly depending on condition, rarity, and error characteristics. Ordinary circulated pieces are usually valued between a few cents and $1. Standard uncirculated specimens may range from $5 to $25 depending on quality and demand. Certified high-grade examples graded MS 66 or above can command prices between $100 and $500, particularly when population reports indicate extreme scarcity. Rare air varieties are even more valuable. Dramatic off-center strikes, major double dies, or unusual planchet errors have reportedly sold for several $100s, with exceptional pieces reaching beyond $1,000 in specialized auctions. Proof-like and specimen strikes issued in collector sets may also carry premium values when preserved in flawless condition. These realistic market ranges demonstrate how a seemingly common modern coin can become surprisingly valuable under the right circumstances. Collector interest in the 1995 Canadian nickel has steadily increased because modern coin enthusiasts are paying greater attention to condition rarity and minting errors. Unlike older rare coins that can cost thousands of dollars simply due to age, modern issues like the 1995 5-cent piece offer collectors excitement of discovery at relatively affordable entry levels. Many valuable examples are still occasionally found in old collections, dealer stock, or circulation searches, adding an element of treasure hunting that appeals to hobbyists. The growing popularity of certified registry collecting has also pushed demand upward for top population coins. Collectors competing for the highest ranked sets are often willing to pay strong premiums for coins with exceptional strike quality and pristine surfaces, especially when only a few examples exist in comparable condition.